Hey, my friend, what's going on? Keder here on a beautiful, beautiful day. Pound that for watching this video. Pow! You'll never get to $10,000 a month without this. Now, 10K a month is something that you can establish by yourself. When I first started in business, I thought it was almost impossible to do. But as you start growing on your journey, it's probably gonna be the same thing for you. You're gonna start doing numbers, and then you're gonna realize what's big and what's not. What you consider as big when you're a kid is not gonna be the same thing that you consider as big when you're in your 20s or when you're in your 30s and your 40s and so on. Because life will take different appearance. You'll see life in different glasses and different lenses. So what I mean by that, if you're gonna do 10K a month, more likely you're gonna be working by yourself, because you could do that by yourself. That's 100K a year, which is almost peanuts in the society that we live in right now. If you live in the US, now if you live in other places in the world, it probably will get you a long way. But in the US, things are changing, economy's changing right now. 10K you can barely live on. But even get that into a business, even get a business to 10K a month, is still difficult to many people if you just getting started, because if you've never done it for yourself, it can almost feel impossible. Okay, so to get to 10K a month, the first thing, you're gonna be by yourself. You're not gonna have a team, because if you have a team now, you're gonna have to pay them, and more likely for you to do 10K and be profitable and have a team, it's almost impossible. So let's say you're a solopreneur, right? You're going by yourself, you're pushing on your own. The main thing that's gonna stop you from getting to 10K a month is mental block. And the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs ended up facing mental block is because when you are doing things by yourself, you have so much tasks, you have so much things to do throughout the day. First of all, you gotta learn skill set, okay? Because you're gonna go out there, you have a blank canvas. What I mean is your head is blank when you just get started in the business, whatever business that you get started. So you gotta go out there, get skill set, gain mindset, understanding of your field, what you're trying to do. So you gain all the skill set on the mindset, and you start taking action. For every action, there's a reaction. So for action that you take now, you start creating results. From action that you're gonna get results. So a lot of people, they don't take action because consistently. Some people might take action for a day or two or three, but the people who really seek success is the people who has the gut to take action for the long term, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, and they keep going. 10 months, they keep going. Past a year, they keep going. These are the people that establish the massive success. So what happened with most people that don't create success, they stop. And from doing research and speaking to a lot of people that I mentor, people that I teach and coach, I see that the main reason why people have these retraced back is because they have mental block. Mental block comes from the fact that they learn so much they don't know where to start. So the first reason, there's a couple of reasons. There's a couple of reasons in this video I want to touch on that give people mental block. The number one reason is fear. And fear, you might have fear of the outcome. So you might be someone right now and you're thinking, well, if it's gonna work out, oh man, if it's not working out right now, what if I waste my time? So most people, they have the fear of the outcome. So, or they have the fear that if I invest my time, if I invest my money, what if it doesn't work out? Usually fear start with what if? What if? Because you cannot prove the emotion that you have. Because you have to say what if, because it's not real. It's just a scenario that you're playing in your head. That's how fear manifests itself. You have to make it real, because to everybody else that's thinking differently, maybe that's not what they're thinking. At least in the condition for you. Now you'll have time where people project their fears on you, because maybe they tried something and they didn't get the result they expected, and they said, hey, if you try the same thing, you're gonna have the same results. So they project that upon you. So you gotta be able to get in the stage where you repel. I remember a friend of mine, he wanted to start a business. He wanted to start a business online and quit his job. And then he went and told his boss, his manager, not the owner of the job. So he's so excited. He find this opportunity. He start making like $100 a day. Then he was able to get to $500 a day. Then he was able to get himself to almost at 5K a week. 5K a week. That's what he was making at his job. So he's thinking right now, I have this opportunity. I'm making 5K a week, but what's killing me right now is time. I don't have enough time because the time that I'm able to spend in this thing doing it, I'm spending 8 hours at my job. By the time I come home to get ready, I'm not as excited because I gotta go to sleep so I don't stay sleeping at the job. So I had a choice to make. So when he gets to the point where he start making just enough money that he's making at his job, and he said to himself, what if I quit this job? Now I'm gonna have 8 hours. Imagine I'm doing this part-time 3, 4, 5 hours a day, a night when I come home. Now if I go quit this job, I'm gonna have this block of 8 hours that I can spend my time and make more money in this business. So he went and told his manager that, hey, I have this opportunity. I'm currently making 8K. I felt like this is gonna be great. I really wanna work part-time or quit the job so I can spend more time. What do you think the manager said? Come on, for this online stuff, bro, do you know these things be a scam? That's exactly was his words. Like, this stuff might be a scam. Why do you want to take the chance? Like, what if it doesn't work out? And then now you're going to be without a job. You're not going to have insurance. You got a wife. You got kids. Why would you do that to yourself? And this is the path that sometimes when we ask the wrong person and they project their fear onto us, that fear kept him crippled for a good 6 to 7 months. Even though his income had his opportunity, the stuff that he was doing on the side was increasing, but the fear of, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't believe to wake up not to have to go and clock in. I can't believe someone's not gonna write the check for me. So all that plague his mind, which took him a long time before he can make peace with himself to say that I'm gonna quit. And that still didn't happen until he had some type of lump sum in his business where he had a big day. I think a good 20 or 30K day in his business. And that's when he finally, come to realization, hey, you know what? If I take a chance on myself, I'm gonna be able to make a lot more. And that happens with so many people, is the what if question. What if that plays in our mind that create that mental block? What if things doesn't work out? What if things doesn't come out the way I want it? You don't have a way to prove this emotion. The only way the scenario is real is by playing it in your head. Okay, so let's talk about the second reason. I'm gonna give you a formula in the end of this video on how you can face this mental block, this question of fear and what if. Because some of you will pass the point where, hey, you already know what you gotta do. You pass the fear, you taking action, you have many different skill set, you've learned so many things without the years. Now what's stopping you? What's stopping most of these people now is clarity. That's the second stage of blockage in your mind, where now if you take action, the results that the action is gonna produce. Because for every action, there's a reaction. Everything you do, me making this video, somebody's gonna watch it and it's gonna motivate you to do something with your life, right? But it started with the action of making this video. For every action, there's a reaction. If you go out there, you do something, guess what? By doing, you're gonna receive feedback. There's gonna be a reaction to everything that we do. That's how life is set up. So when you have multiple different things that you can do, multiple different skill set that you have, multiple different options that you have, multiple different people that you can watch, multiple different videos you can watch, multiple different business that you can start, the options become so much, we can get overwhelmed, especially with social media. You become so overwhelmed, you got so many skill sets, so many action. You don't know if you should do Facebook ads, if you should do YouTube, if you should do Facebook, if you should do Instagram. What should you focus on? So we get to a point where we have no clarity in our business. So if you have no clarity, you can get to the point where you really not doing anything. The day goes by, you say, hey, I'm gonna do this video, I'm gonna post 3 times on Facebook or whatever, and you don't do it because you figured, hey man, let me check on this Pinterest strategy, let me check on this strategy. So you don't have any clarity. You're not clear into exactly what you want. Let me give you an exercise that's gonna help with both the clarity and the fear. Okay, what you want to do whenever you feel a fear, if you have to do something, right, you're thinking about the outcome, because fear does not exist in the present, right? Fear exists in a possible outcome of the worst scenario in your head that you're thinking. You're thinking the worst possible outcome. You're not thinking the best possible outcome. That's what creates fear. Because if you're thinking of the best possible outcome, you have what's called anticipation, where you're like, oh man, this is going to be great. I'm anticipating this is going to be amazing. But if you think of fear, you have anxiety, like, oh my God, this might not turn out great. I might waste my money. I might lose my time. You're thinking about the all worst possible scenario. So what you want to do, whenever you feel that way, sit down. If you have a blockage, you're not creating, you're not taking action, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, sit down and write what you're feeling. And specifically, I want you to hone down onto your fears. Hold down into your fears and see what your fears are. Once you write them down, because every action has a reaction, for everything there's two sides to it. If there's a fear, there's a faith, right? Which is the opposite of fear. So I want you to take a line, write down your fear, skip a line. Under that line, write down the possibility of that thing happening. Write down the possibility, write down the fate side. Once you write that down, you're going to start training your mind to start rethinking things. And when you start thinking of the possibility of the fate side of what can happen, now you will have a different mindset. It's going to start reshaping your mind, retransforming your mind so that you can take the right action that's going to propel you into the future that you're looking for. Okay, so the more you take action, which is the remedy to fear, action. When you take action, it's gonna lessen out your fear. So every day you're gonna feel a little bit better. Every action that you take now, your mind is gonna start easing in a little bit better. You're gonna feel that you can do it, because every time you take a step, it's gonna build on that step that you took before. So your effort now, it's like a staircase. You keep going up and up and up and up, and before you know it, you'll be on top of the mountain looking down below. But in order for you to get there, you have to climb step by step before you get all the way up there. That's how you build, and that's how you get out of the funk. If you feel like you're in a funk for a little while, you don't have clarity in your mind, take a pen, write down what you're feeling, write down your fear, write down your fate, and start concentrating on your fate, and start eliminating all your fears, and start, even if you have to say it every day, start saying your faith every day. Start saying the thing that you hope for every day. And day by day, you start taking action. It's going to mingle up with what you're saying on the faith side, and your action is going to start to create the results that you want. All right. Anyway, wanted to share this quick tips with you inside of this video. Let's go get it. If you want to learn how to build and monetize brands online without showing your face, I'm going to put a link in the description. Check out my webinar. Check out, there's a training down below. Check it out. I'll see you on the next video. See you guys later. Let's go.